I spike the punch and make it pop. Don't stop. Living my best life. Living my best life. Do what I feel like. Living my best life.
IHG One Rewards, 19 hotel brands, 6,000 global destinations, one loyalty program that lets you guest how you guest.
You won't believe your ears.
We're celebrating Disney on Dancing with the Stars.
Fantastic. Well done.
That was truly the magic of Disney.
Disney Night on Dancing with the Stars, live Tuesday.
It's what Texas desperately needed to get on the board, cut into this big Georgia lead. Kind of a grinding drive. They had the fourth down. Interesting call in 4th and 1. They got it on the end around. And there was a face mask penalty and a pass interference in the end zone that set him up. Bond with the touchdown catch and the 2-point conversion. Down to Katie George.
Well, guys, Kirby Smart's been reiterating the same message all night on the sidelines, telling guys, we're not here to take pictures. We're not here to win a trophy. Don't be looking at that big board at who's here. You stay locked in and focused. This is a long, long game, far from over. Also worth noting, Jalen Walker went into the locker room just as the second half began. He did tell his teammates, I'm all good, but he has not returned to the sidelines here for Georgia yet, guys.
Keep an eye on that, Katie. Thank you. He's been a force for the Georgia defense. Meantime, Dogs offense back to work. Beck attempted 28 passes in the first half. UTN was involved, and he gets the first play, picking up about 4.
Keep in mind, this Georgia offense, a couple guys get together, everything's good. This Georgia offense coming into tonight, they were 15th out of 16 in the SEC as far as running the football yards before contact. And
wow.
Their backs are getting hit basically at the line of scrimmage. Tonight, they haven't been touched until it's 7 or 8 yards downfield.
UTN averaging 7.3 per carry. He's got it again, and this time they knock him down about 3 yards short of the marker. Younga Lafau on the play. So a quick 3rd down.
We're so enamored and caught up in Texas being down. What are they going to do offensively with their play calling? How they going to? What does Georgia do working with the lead? We saw what they did when they were down 30-7 in Tuscaloosa. They fought back. Now you're playing with the lead. You want to continue to be aggressive, continue to do what you've done to build this lead.
It's Lovett motioning out. Bell is to the right. They get it underneath instead to Smith. And the speedster able to bolt forward for a first down before Alfred Collins knocked him down.
What a job of trusting the left tackle, Green. Smith knew as he made this catch, 71's got to get out there, so he's got to work behind him. Got behind him, used him not only to block, almost just used him, just get in the way of the defender, Anthony Hill, and he's able to pick up that first down. That's good timing there. We saw Ladd McConkey run that play forever in his Georgia offense.
Fresh bodies on the Texas front. Frazier is the back. They fake it to him. Beck rolling and scanning, and it ducks down because Anthony Hill was coming at him in a hurry. Good move to get down there, Mr. Beck.
Yeah. Well, the end result is him going underneath it, but what you want to watch is the coverage to levels concept. And you have these 3 receivers here. Actually, they're a little bit too close together, but nobody, just nowhere to throw the football. So could have thrown that away and saved a few yards. Instead, he eats it.
Goes down as a short sack behind the sticks on 2nd down. And now a slant, dangerous play because Jahdae Barron, who's already got one tonight, kind of jumped the route.
Well, he kept his eyes on the quarterback from the very beginning. Good job at time. Look at his eyes already. He's watching the quarterback more than he is the receiver. The receiver's in his peripheral vision. Boy, his versatility for this defense has been money. Uses his hand, uses the body to get around Bell, and then knock that away. That was beautiful.
McConaughey's down there with the crowd trying to make it hard on 3rd and 12. Back Pocket collapses around him. He throws another ball into traffic. It's broken up by Michael Taft, the safety, and Texas gets a stop.
That's back-to-back plays by this secondary. Barron on the first one, and this time by it's Taft, the former walk-on. Watch his job here of just kind of feeling this, and then jump that. If he doesn't allow himself to trust his instincts and get downhill, that's a completion. Perfectly timed up by the safety.
He was fired up in that sequence, as the Texas fans were. Bolden back to receive the Thorson punt, which is booming high and deep. A flag comes out. Again, no fair catch, and he's smacked right at the 6.
Another good effort by the official. That was about a 30-yarder.
A couple flags down. It was a 55-yard punt by Thorson. Almost 5 seconds of hang time, says Mike Black. We'll check the penalty markers. So it couldn't have been a better start so far to the second half for Sarkisian's team. They get the touchdown.
During the kick, holding, number 24 on the receiving team. That penalty being forced from the end of the kick. First down.
That's the first thing that's gone wrong in the third quarter, because it'll back them up. They'll begin the drive down near the 5-yard line.
Roberson, who we thought might have been involved on a holding call earlier, he takes Harriet Smith and just throws him to the ground.
MMA.
He's like, I didn't do it.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the all-new Big Smasher Burger, piled up high with nearly half a pound of beef. Or you could settle for just some other burger at a drive-thru. Anyway, gonna need some room, because the 3 for Me still fills up the table with the bottomless drink, all the famous Chili's chips and salsa you can eat, and is still the best deal around at just $10.99. See you later, tiny drive-thru burger. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Honey? But the gains are pumping.
Yeah, the market's closed.
Futures don't sleep in the after hours, bro.
Dad, is Mommy a finance bro?
She switched careers to make money for your weddings.
Ooh, penny stocks are blowing up. Sweetie, grab your piggy bank. We're going all in. Let me ask you, for your wedding, do you want a gazebo in a river?
What's a gazebo?
Something that your mother always wanted and never got.
Or you could give these different investment options a shot.
The right money moves aren't as aggressive as you think.
I'm keeping the vest.
There's only one play. Go for dose. Let's roll some tape. If you don't like the look of the defense, call an audible. Going for dose means trusting your gut when you make the tough calls, because the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward.
As captain of Baylor, when you step between these lines, you're accountable to the whole team. If you don't deliver, next man up takes your job. You're cut. Well, Ted Cruz has been in Washington forever, but he's done nothing to fix the border. He wants to raise the retirement age, making you wait longer to get Social Security and Medicare. I'm calling all red. I approve this message, because Washington could use a little Texas-style accountability. And Ted, I'm coming for your job.
There wouldn't be an hour in the day that I wouldn't think about my hair thinning.
I hid under my hat for a good 3 years.
I experienced many challenges with prescribed medication.
Losing your sex drive feels very shameful.
My dermatologist recommended Nutrafol.
It's 100% drug-free and clinically tested.
Within 3 months, there was new growth.
My hair was stronger, and I don't have to choose between my health or my hair.
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com/men.
Introducing the Wendy's Krabby Patty Collab Burger. It has fresh, never frozen beef that's, wait for it, square. Are you ready?
I'm ready!
And I'm ready. For the Krabby Patty Collab meal you're craving, gotta be Wendy's.
It's the Sonic drive-in recap that began at the 45 after the mysterious kick. They converted this to Wingo on 4th and 1.
What a play to keep it alive on 4th and 1. A lot more movement before the snap, creating confusion. Really what we thought we'd see more out of from Texas. It's the first drive we saw the Sark and Quinn Ewers rhythm that we expected to see most of this game. So great adjustments. Whatever they did on that opening drive, it works. Now they're pinned back inside their own 5-yard line.
With the long punt and the penalty, Georgia netted 60 on that. Now a downfield shot, and fighting back to make the catch is Matthew Golden, and they are pinned deep no more.
They went after Julian Humphrey one-on-one. Sark must have challenged these receivers, and I'll tell you, the one guy that's answering the bell is Matthew Golden.
Second big play by Golden, the junior from Houston, transfer from Houston. Pitch on the edge. This is Juan Davis, the tight end, who falls forward for about 3. How about that call? You're thinking that punt really pinned him back. Got to be careful if your Ewers already had a couple mistakes. Instead, they take a shot right away.
C.J. Allen is down. You're right, man. I mean, the way the game went in the first half, the last thing you think they're going to do is first play, a little stutter and go off of play action, but they're confident their receivers can beat these corners. Humphrey never finds the football, so Golden's able to work back to it before Starks can come over and help on it, the safety. Allen's still down on this Texas, near the Texas sideline. He's had a great first half.
You know, the conversation, Kirk, was happening in the stands, just like it was happening between us. What do you do? Do you keep Manning in there? Do you bring Ewers back? A lot of the fans probably disappointed to see Quinn go back out there, but he's sort of validated the decision so far.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, when you're asking me, I mean, it's easy to go with Arch Manning because he has a lot of talent and a lot of upside, but when you get dominated that badly, you got to go back and recalibrate and go back to the original quarterback. C.J. Allen now walking off the field. Good to see for Georgia.
Jalen Walker's back out there, too. That's also good to see for Georgia.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there he is. But, yeah, you go back to the original plan. And remember, one thing they thought they could do, we all wanted to see all the pre-snap movement, the eye candy, making Georgia have to communicate and adjust. Didn't see it a lot in the first half. We sure saw it on that opening drive to start the second half. It's all about the line of scrimmage for Texas. Can they win it?
Trying to set up a block for Wisner, who's got a little crease, makes a cut. It's a better run than he had the entire first half. Starks got him down, but he picked up 10. They're in Dogs territory.
There's the counter play. You and I saw a lot in Dallas at the Cotton Bowl last week. This play worked, and 26 ran a lot of them. And this time the timing is good. The front side is able to collapse down. We haven't seen that at all, which cleared the opening for the left guard and the tight end to pull around and open that up.
They're not afraid to hammer away on the counter, are they? That one was blocked well. Yeah. Two back look now. Blue and Wisner flanking Ewers. Wisner again, this time to the left, makes a cut. It's a solid first down gain of about 4.
Yeah, this is by far a different feel at the line of scrimmage for Texas. Got some momentum. They got a little bit of rhythm, changing up the looks. You just saw a 2-back look, motioned out of it.
We're wired together after, I don't know how many years it's been, 20. Momentum is the key word. You said it in the first half. It's a powerful thing, isn't it? We've seen it so much in this sport this season, and Texas is starting to build it right now as Jaden Blue breaks a tackle. Jaden Blue banging off people. First down at the Georgia 35.
How about that? A little stiff arm after he shook him. There's the motion. There's again. Let's try to get a matchup that we like. Get the ball out in space. Watch his shake. Inside, back out. Stiff arm. Sit him down. First down. Whew, that is pretty.
They couldn't make a yard in the first half. And now all of a sudden, Sarkisian in a rhythm. Blocking much better. And Texas is threatening again. It's Blue motioning around. Ewers is looking downfield and now checks it to Blue. It's a long throw off his hands. Closing in fast was Aguero.
Boy, these backs are clearly, Sark must have said, hey, listen, we've got to create our matchups. Found ways to get Matthew Golden involved. He's been isolated one-on-one against the corners. Clearly want to try to get Blue the ball out of the backfield. Try to win on the inside.
Wisner downhill. All of a sudden, it's Texas offensive line kind of leaning forward and the Dogs on their heels a little bit. That gain will set up a third down, about 5.
You also haven't seen Georgia big defensive linemen hands on their hips.
Trying to run for, they get nothing. Drop for a loss. Wisner by Nazir Stackhouse and Chaz Chambliss.
Well, when you don't have a quarterback who's a threat, watch this and this. Not even a concern about that being pulled out. So you're able to collapse on that run game.
This time they need 6 on 4th down. Kirk got to get to the 24. Plenty of time on the play clock. They just turned off the headset communication to yours. From the pocket, slant, and it's incomplete. Beautifully broken up by Julian Humphrey, who wanted a pick. Stepped right in front of Isaiah Bond, and the Dogs get a stop.
He had Matthew Golden to the right if he would have looked that way. Golden with his hands up in the air just because he got inside leverage and had his man beat. Watch this route right here. Man coverage, pulls away, had a shot, much better shot to the right than the left. So Georgia gets the ball back.
What is it? The bus is leaving in 5 minutes.
All right, fine, I'll be on in a second.
You scared the gigabytes out of me.
I scared you.
The future isn't scary. Not investing in it is. 100 innovative companies, 1 ETF.
I think I might have oiled myself.
Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
One man believes in no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, and now, no tax on overtime.
The people who work overtime are among the hardest working citizens in our country. And for too long, no one in Washington has been looking out for them.
And one man will refuse to fall. So America and its workers can continue to stand great again.
Right for America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Let's go to our next segment, Fairest Calls, inspired by Geico's fair and fast 24/7 claim service.
Do we have to do the Geico stuff while I'm here?
Yep, we do. Let's play the clip.
Holding, number 53, 10-yard penalty.
This literally happens every game. Can we just skip to the action?
Nope, nothing but fair and fast claims, just like Geico. Here's the next clip.
But I don't play the clip.
Pass interference, number 34.
Wow, doesn't get any fairer than this, boys.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Hey, Scott, this stuff's perfect for fall, right?
Yep, it feeds your lawn now to strengthen roots all winter for a better lawn next spring.
How do you know all this?
Says it right there on the back.
Yes, it does.
Download the My Lawn app today for lawn care tips and customized plans.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Your school, your style. Pete Milano.
Class-leading safety features at every turn. The new 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guacced. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
As a Great Clip Salon stylist, I love giving customers the look they want. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details, so it's one less thing for you to worry about. And when I see that confidence at the end of the cut, that's everything to me.
There's a look. Taco Bell with my students.
There's a look
of the year. Download the Taco Bell app to learn more. Things were pretty glum at halftime. Texas has got into this lead, but just stopped on 4th down, so the Dogs take over from the 31. Etienne far, they hit, but instead to Smith, and he's wrestled down behind the line. Barron Sorrell said, I watched some tape too. They lose 6.
Boy, this guy's playing 6'4", 260 off the edge, just an awareness of anytime there's motion coming his way, that ball could be into the hands of Smith. He was ready for it. There's a great look at it right there. He saw it right away. He's got good length. Out of New Orleans with the Holy Cross.
Very serious guy, leader in this defense. He's having a heck of a game. So Georgia backed up, 2nd and 16. Etienne tries to get some of it back. Slammed down after spinning forward for about 5 or 6. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, that Georgia offensive line is, they've had a football game tonight. They've really played well. Xavier Truss, seen Monroe Freeling out there. Bobo, Fairchild, actually Wilson and Fairchild, Green. It's a big 3rd down.
It sure is. The clock bleeding away here in the 3rd quarter. Texas very, very eager to get the football back. Brings some pressure against Beck, who stands and delivers on the sidelines. It's intercepted. Picked up by Barron. Cuts back. Jahdae Barron still alive. Dragged down to the 9. There is a flag on the field back in the secondary, so hold on.
I wonder if Smith, it got tied up. Did Smith push, or is it defensive holding, as Kirby's saying? Definitely contact at the top of that route.
Matt Leffler talking about it. Kirby's pretty confident it was a hold to negate what would have been an enormous electric takeaway by Barron, as another guy's had a great game.
I can't wait for Bill to take a peek at this one to see at the top of the route if it's defensive holding or offensive.
Number 7. The ball be placed at the spot of the foul with an automatic first down.
So instead of Texas football 1st and goal, Georgia's going to be set up out across the 40. They're showing the replay.
Bill, the top of the route, you tell me. There's contact both ways.
Oh, no, come on. Really?
All right, here's what I got.
Hold.
The defender has the right to get in front of him. I don't see him holding him. I see the offensive player as much attacking him.
Wow. Yeah, it was possible OPI. They're both kind of going at each other. I just don't know how you make that call, but it goes against Texas. So take that away from the Horns having that big turnover. Georgia keeps the ball with a 1st down.
Someone has shown their displeasure in a stupid way by throwing a beer can on the field. That's an enormous call, and I don't know about that at all.
I don't either. Sark doesn't usually get that animated, but man, this is a huge call. Contact both ways. Both guys looking at the football. The entire
the students are now raining bottles down, and this is unfortunate. This is going to delay the game. That's the student section down there in the corner. They're not going to win the Taco Bell contest at this rate.
No.
But I tell you, look, these guys have a tough job, especially on these plays on the edge. But calls like that can influence outcomes. Sarkisian down there pleading with them to stop doing that. There are hundreds of water bottles in that end zone. Somebody did it early, and then there was just a whole bunch of copycats.
And Sark's all the way over the 10-yard line, telling them to chill out.
Doing a good job getting a whole bunch of folks involved in cleaning up the end zone.
I mean, that call will be talked about no matter how this game ends. Because I don't know. I'm glad, again, Bill, you're up here, because I don't know how you make a call where both guys at the top of a route kind of go into each other. I guess I've always been taught by you and others, as long as the defender's head is turned to the football, he has the right to the ball as much as the receiver. He looked like his head was there.
And there's more restriction on the offensive receiver to avoid initiating contact. And he didn't do that. He had a chance to step right, left, spin around.
And there's Smith going. He extends the arms. Barron kind of just holding out. The ball is thrown right to him. And again, this is going to be 1st and goal about the 10-yard line.
Look at that right there. Wow.
Kirby Smart brought his team off the bench away from the fans. Maybe some bottles getting thrown in that direction as well. And you're right, Sarkisian is rarely this animated and fired up to the officials.
He's looking up at that video. They've shown it a few times.
Georgia's going to have the football at the 44 with a 1st down. Texas was on the doorstep to make this perhaps a 1-score game. The SEC is a reputation as being a conference where, contact on the edge is tolerated. It's a very physical conference. The defensive backs play it physically. And there was, you said, a potential restriction could have been called against Georgia on the previous play.
Right,
they got the stop.
I'm wondering,
fourth down.
Are they talking about the bottles right now being thrown on the field? And are they trying to get the... Bill, what do you think this discussion's about?
It could be a discussion about that. Personally, I'd leave it alone. You're going to have things like this happen once in a great while. Leave it alone, move on with the game.
There was no defensive pass interference.
Oh, my goodness.
The ball will be at the 9-yard line.
Kirby Smart cannot believe it. So Bill Lamagna, a discussion. They have changed the call, which is an enormous moment in this game.
Yeah.
Are you surprised they changed it, Bill?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'd like to know how it came about, who stepped up, who came in to talk about it, because it's not reviewable. It would have to be an on-field decision.
Now
they took a while to do that.
No, we saw them talking. We didn't know, was this about where the ball's located after all the action? I knew Kirby. I knew this would light his fuse.
How could it not?
Yeah.
If you had the call go your way.
Made.
Yeah. And now his defense has to go out there, and Texas is going to be set up at the 9-yard line.
However it happened, I mean, you and I, we're just here to watch football. We don't care who wins or loses. But I think all three of us saw it as being objective, that it was a clean play by the defender.
Well, I agree. I think the call, the correct call was eventually made, but how they got there was very interesting.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the thing that matters the most is getting the call right.
Here we go, Texas now. Kirby Smart's got to get composed and get his defense trying to make a stop here. It's the third turnover. 3 interceptions now thrown by Beck.
Well, you go back to the Bama game. You and I were talking, the Mississippi State game tonight.
Now one of those red zone possessions that is just enormous. Texas has been very, very hard to stop in this situation. Converted the last time. Ewers pressured immediately and slung down by Michael Williams, who his little sack dance. Been a monster tonight.
Boy, it's just great to see him healthy. Such a difference maker. Just off the edge. You know, you're talking about one of the elite players in his Georgia defense, and it's just now you're starting to see from the injury early in the year to him getting healthy. Nobody picked him up.
Unblocked Kirk on a slow developing play.
Yeah.
I mean, now 2nd and goal. Ball back to the 17. Play clock at 4. Ewers. Cross the middle, caught, touchdown, Texas. Jaden Blue. Momentum in burnt orange. The controversial reversal of what we think was a correct call sets Texas up. And what a rout.
The answer from Sark at halftime was, hey, we got to win on the inside. They had two safeties back. They're man-to-man. It's tough. We don't have the time with the protection. Let's get our backs on these linebackers. They've been trying to work Blue and trying to get him in position, and this time they hit the home run with a one-on-one matchup against C.J. Allen.
Auburn knocks it through as Sarkisian elects to cut the lead to 8. Kirk?
Just talked about how you want to use the back out of the backfield, and you get him matched up on a linebacker one-on-one. Look at that route that he runs here. This is a clean route. Both these backs from Texas are like receivers. One-on-one, outside, back to the inside. Quinn just waits for that to open up. Puts it right on the money. Well designed. Give Texas, I don't know how this game's going to end. Give Texas and Steve Sarkisian, his players, his staff, a lot of credit. This thing was going sideways. The entire stadium was shocked in all of what Georgia did in the first half. They made the adjustments, and now they're back in this game, and the crowd is into it in a big way.
If we learn one thing, Kirk, from these heavyweight collisions in the SEC, and over. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard says. Teams, tremendous amount of fight back. It was Georgia, monumental battle back in Tuscaloosa. Now Texas on their home field. A dismal offensive first half. Suddenly an 8-point game. We'll get Bill back in and revisit the reversal of that call, which gave Texas that first and goal, because it's just so unusual. This is Evans. Evans is knocked out at the 10. Texas flying down the field, and the Dogs will be backed up at the 11. Maurice Blackwell Jr. made the play. Here comes Beck.
Bill, one more time on just how this happened, how this was executed by the officials, and how rare it is to see it.
I want to show you the huddle. Here these guys got together. But how do you think this conversation went among them?
Well, I think that somebody had the guts to step up and talk about the call. You know, they had to delay because all the battles on the field, but they got together and did the right thing.
ETN and Texas is coming downhill, inspired. Please don't tell me students throwing bottles on the field.
You know what?
Had something to do with that.
Oh, the delay.
Yeah.
The delay. That's when they were talking. It was one bottle, then it led to 2 to 20 to 50 to 100, and Sark goes all the way over there. There was a good 2 to 3 minute delay, and that entire time the officials were huddled together talking it over. So, yeah, in a weird way, you're probably right.
The stadium was stunned, quiet. Now it is unhinged. Second and 10. Beck looking to throw off the play fake. Pocket was closing in. Nobody in the area, and the quarterback is knocked down under pressure by Mukuba on the blitz.
Yeah, Mukuba did a good job of waiting to the last minute. Georgia might have gotten away with a hold to keep him out of the backfield. Up at the top, watch that. The guard comes around, kind of hooks him around the neck. But I think Beck felt the pressure and just got rid of the football.
Quarterback's thrown 3 picks, Kirk. What do you do here if you're Mike Bobo on 3rd and long, and this place is rocking?
Quick throw. Something simple.
Jones is the back. Texas brings pressure again. Beck has time, delivers a throw, and wide open is Smith. That's a huge route by the top receiver on this team, and first down out across the 30, picked up 21 yards.
It's also a good job by the offensive line, giving him enough time. How about Smith's been criticized at times because of his drops. Here, at a big moment in this game, great route, comes back to the ball, makes that catch, all hands.
That was clutch. The quarterback and receiver. Final minute of the quarter now. Jones reverse. This is Lovett coming around. Back to the quarterback. Flea flicker. Oscar Delp, the tight end, is rambling free. What a 2-play sequence. Georgia is threatening now. Woo! 43 more.
Good job of the delay here. Kind of waits, and then sneaks down that backfield, or sneaks down that left sideline, and nobody saw him. A defender waited for a moment and then just assumed he was out of the play, and he's timed that up perfectly to get down that sideline for the throw.
It's 3rd and long. They're going to punt the ball away, and in sudden 2 plays, Georgia threatening to stretch the lead now. Frazier is the back. He's got it, running sideways and dragged down after a short gain as the final seconds tick away in a pretty frantic 3rd quarter. Texas scores 15 to make it an 8-point game. You're not going anywhere. 4th quarter from Austin is coming up after this message and a word from your local ABC stations. You're watching the SEC on ABC.
Can I please get a big...
What I need from you is a chicken Big Mac.
A chicken Big Mac? That's not a Big Mac.
Actually, it is.
It's not
a Big Mac.
The chicken Big Mac. Get it while you can. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Listen up. This election's about your wallet. Candidate A is a billionaire looking out for billionaires. Taxing the streets to fund the elites. Candidate B knows the struggle, offering real support. Tax credits for working and middle-class families. $25,000 for your first home. $6,000 for families with newborn. Nearly doubling the child tax credit. One's trying to empty your pockets. The other wants you to get ahead.
Building up the middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Good morning. We just changed our Southwest flight to stay an extra day. Didn't have to pay a fee.
Beautiful. Our kids won't miss us. They're with me, Ma.
Change your flight without a fee. That's a big flex.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
More MNF means it's time to go full Harbaugh. First, we got Ravens Bucks. Then, Bolts Cards in the first Monday Night Football game exclusively on ESPN+. Who's got it better than me? Nobody!
We asked the district for funding. They gave us $50 for class pets instead.
Spread love. That's what a real mob do.
Watch out for this one. He's a biter. He didn't bite me. Warm enough. God.
So amazing. It looks great.
Okay, I need to go. I need to take my daughter to school.
Okay. Hey, but I want you to focus on growth and craze. That'll work. That'll work. I want to work from anywhere.
I don't want to be underestimated.
I want you to focus on growth over grades.
The Silverado ZR2 and the strength. And the Silverado HD and the smarts. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups when you finance with GM Financial. Chevy drives Texas. Together, let's drive.
Renewal by Andersen has the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement.
Yeah, drone show with the Longhorn. A lot going on here in between the third and the fourth quarter of the SEC on ABC. What a wild third quarter. Texas got the touchdown, and there was the takeaway. Initially ruled defensive pass interference, but then changed on the field. And now Georgia ends the quarter by striking back, and now they're in scoring position.
What a crazy fireworks.
Good stuff here.
Drones.
Game opposite, not what it used to be.
McConaughey.